Welcome back to the Rented Podcast. This is episode 2. I'm Louis. I'm here with my co-host Carl Martin.
Here we go.
And we've got our first guest, Jurgens.
Sup, guys?
Jurgens is new in the office.
Well, not new. We've worked with him for years.
I'm not new in your life.
Well, in the office.
Yeah,
in
he's
this
new in-
office, yeah.
Yeah, in the Go Binge office. So
Been
welcome.
here for 4 days now, and it's pretty dope, guys.
Fantastic.
Big things coming, I can see it.
So guys, as you know, we like to rush through our topics. And I don't know if you guys remember what we spoke about earlier in the week. The first one, guys, woman anger issues. All right? Does your girlfriend get angry? And how do you experience her anger?
Can I answer first?
Go for it.
You know, maybe it's a male thing, or maybe it's the way males think, but I think sometimes females get angry just to get angry, even if you don't piss them off. If you don't piss your girlfriend off enough, they are gonna just get pissed off.
You think they like
Regardless.
look for reasons to be mad at
Yeah,
stuff.
but it's like whack reasons. So, do you think we have to service, maybe that's a bad word to use, but let's just use it for interest's sake. Do we have to service our partners by making them angry at us to balance the...
Well, the thing is, I don't think, not making them angry at you. I think maybe they might look for a trigger and an outburst, and because you spend the most time with them, you experience the anger the most. And I think that is not a good thing, and that's like a stereotype as well. It's like, don't take your anger out on me, kind of a thing. Although you might be
especially
angry.
if it is your special person. Like, we all have our issues. We all get frustrated, angry. We all have inner rage or whatever. I was thinking about fucking road rage the other day. Like, I'm generally a very calm person, but like when I'm behind a wheel,
I get that in the mornings.
just a quick, like something quick happens, and then I'm
Dude,
like
I get that
a
in the
different
mornings.
person.
Oh, I get that in the
It's
mornings.
crazy, but yeah, like getting back to women, I'm not like, I don't feel qualified to speak on behalf of women, but they do go through a lot of like hormonal things that men just we don't. And like imbalances and all that stuff, biological things, so that can trigger something, and then some women just like men are more predisposed to like anger issues and rage and like violence and stuff, but all humans have the capacity for that. Louis, I think you and I were speaking about it the other day. So yeah, women do have anger issues. I don't think shit happens. It happens.
Let's just make that very clear. Women do have anger issues.
Yeah.
If Jurgens can sum up his point, I think that's the best way to
say it. So guys, just to say that we, as men, we're 3 men here sitting here, and we just feel like, we don't know how to deal with women's anger issues entirely, but I think that's a person thing. I think, you have to deal with it not just in a relationship, but also just with everyone else in your life. So I think the best advice I would give is to control your own anger and not, like Carl says, compensate for other people's anger issues.
But I have a question.
And teach them to do that for you as well.
I have a question. In order to service your partner correctly, should you make them angry on purpose?
No. I think you should listen to them when they do get angry and let them talk about what makes them angry,
But if you make them angry on purpose, then I think they won't have that need to lash out, because they're already lashing out from you making them angry. So it's kind of like you controlling the narrative here. Like, you're angry at me because I want you to be angry at me, because I'm servicing your moods.
I get that, but it's
is anger / rage healthy though?
Because then it's a lot better, because if she's just lashing out at you, you're going to be like, oh, you're crazy, that makes you even more angry. Because what they're getting angry about has nothing to do with you. No. It's nothing that you've done. But if you do it on purpose...
It's like a stress reliever.
So
like
you're trying to say that you want to offer her an opportunity to let out, to blow up, to vent.
Yes. You'll be her punching bag.
Well, not
like physically, but like emotionally.
Emotionally, but it's controlled.
Yeah.
You controlling the narrative. She's angry at you, but you want her to be angry at you. Because you know that you are now providing this outlet so that you avoid the
I think
craziness.
I get where you're coming from. Like, you want to be there emotionally for your partner, But in my experience, maybe I'm a very chill dude. I don't think anger is ever the answer. Like I would never intentionally want to anger someone.
So would you prefer
I don't
your
think that's
partner
healthy.
just to lash out at you for no reason?
If they are frustrated, it is your
I don't
air
want them to
quotes
lash out to me.
duty.
I don't-
Everyone gets angry. Everyone
I don't want
gets
to lash out at
upset
no.
about stuff.
Deal with your own shit. I've been an angry person in the past.
I wouldn't want to like antagonize anyone.
But it's for a
Intentionally.
purpose.
Yeah, but it's not. No, it's not like. What is the purpose? That's the thing. I say.
The
seek out
purpose
the
is
purpose and
to
work on
have
that.
to have a controlled environment for her to lash out instead of this unpredictable
You see,
circumstance where you don't know what the fuck's
what I
going
think
on.
you're doing is compensating for the effect. You're not actually trying to work on the cause of anger. You see, and that's what I've had to deal with. It wasn't for someone. If someone had come into my life earlier, and always, let me still be angry, but didn't help me be a calmer person. That's the actual solution to this. And that I think you talk about
But
what makes them angry, and you make them
Do
realize.
you think you're ever
anger
going to
is
solve
not-
that though?
I believe so. I have that standard in myself.
Because
and my
people are,
character.
it's like we said, people are always going to be angry.
No, but I've made myself calmer. I used to be very angry. I haven't ripped the door off this year yet, thank goodness, out of anger. So that's the thing.
No, you have.
This year,
Yes.
my car door doesn't count.
And your gate?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Low, but I didn't rip it off. So anyway, yeah, let's not get into that right now.
Yeah.
Guys,
We need to get a sign in the office.
I think
one of
working
those.
on yourself, yeah.
One of those. We have these amount of days without an incident, and then you just rub
Without
out the
door
number.
being ripped.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's a little anniversary thing that happens, but we'll talk about that in another episode, guys. We have to move on. That's women anger issues. Like I said, we haven't finished this topic. I think
Yeah.
my best advice would be to work on yourself and work on how you. Deal
I'd
with
love
the
to
situation.
actually chat with a woman.
Yeah.
Like what pisses them off
Right?
actually.
Guys, if
Like
we can get a
I'm
woman on,
not
we'll
qualified
continue
to
this
make these assumptions or like calls.
All I
so-
know is the moment I say
Yeah.
the word service to a
Yeah,
woman.
I was like already like
gonna-
trying to back
Yeah,
off
but
of
set
that.
them
you're
off.
like, yeah, because that's like you trying to own the situation, which I think doesn't actually make the situation
Yeah.
any better. You're just trying to again compensate for the effect and not actually make the person.
I guess that's
calmer.
why they call it toxic.
There we go. That would be toxic.
100.
Like I like that. That would be toxic. So don't do that, guys. If you're out there, don't purposefully.
She's not a car, guys. You don't take them for services.
Yes, thank you. All right, guys, to move on. The next one, simping for girls that could manipulate what? Simping for girls and how they could manipulate you into doing things for them. So this is again like that's what you're talking about now. This toxic thing is like, you might be simping for a girl and you make her burst out at you, punch you, hit you, be angry at you in order for her to stay with you. You see, so your outlet in that would be toxic. That's simping for
Yeah,
a girl.
that's-
There's
That's
a
awful. It's not healthy.
it's
Is
a
it?
maybe I'm using the wrong word, but there's an imbalance of power in the relationship.
Yes.
Like to me, it always has to be 50-50, and a lot of times
It's not.
I've been in that situation where like I never want to dominate someone, like not physically or emotional, but like in a relationship. But like someone's always like
No, but women
the
manipulate men.
boss
I'm
and-
saying, I'm sitting here, I'm going to say women manipulate men into getting things from them. And
Yes.
because they
Yeah.
simp. Like that guy that likes that one girl and that one girl that like literally that best.
Yeah,
"Oh,
they
no,
use
when
it
I
to
meet
their
him later, like,
advantage very
when I
easily.
meet him later, maybe another point in life, then we might get together. But right now, he's just my friend. But the guy's out. He'll do
Yeah.
anything. You call him at 12, he's going to be there. You need anything, he's going to be there. Right? And women actively, knowingly, consciously do this shit. I swear. It's
And
not a joke.
I think another point to go on to is the use of double standards, especially when it comes to equality.
Okay.
Because-
sensitive, but let's hear it.
Maybe it's a bit too sensitive.
No, it is sensitive, but let's hear your thing.
I'd
now.
love
But
to
to
hear
be
this.
honest, right, women only want to be equal in certain degrees. And there are too many instances, especially in relationships, where they believe the man should always be the one to act and to do action
make
in
decisions.
and make decisions.
Yeah.
And if you don't, it's like, oh, you're not a real man then.
I get that. I get that. If
Yeah.
you're not the one making the decisions, they want you to lead. They want you to
Yeah.
do this because that's the ideal partner for them. And they say no, that's the ideal partner, but it's not necessarily a partner thing. It's a man thing. You're not looking at it from a partner perspective. You're looking at it from a
Or
male.
they-
like I want you to be this type of man for me.
Are
right?
they, sorry if we're going on a tangent, but are there like concrete gender roles in relationships? Like
Yes.
the man makes the money. Like I'm talking like general stuff. Like the guy always drive, but then the woman packs the picnic or whatever. I'm making
100%.
generalities.
Yes, and
Or they're like set things like that.
Yes, exactly. But I think there's
For
also
everyone.
you have to look at the lifestyle of people, man. Like I myself don't cook for shit, right? My girlfriend likes to cook. I'm not gonna go shopping because I don't know what the fuck to buy. So you can look at it as like gender roles, right?
Yeah.
But it's
Or personal
there's a
lifestyles.
reason those roles became a thing is because of lifestyles, interests, things that women are into that men are just not into. We are not the same, right? You can't say we're the same in every level. We have different hormones, different everything. Okay, so yeah, gender roles exist, but I think what Carl says is right. Is the double standard of like they exist in some cases, some they shouldn't. You know?
Yeah.
Like here, I want them to be there, you know, because you're the man, because you're like this, da, 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 da. So there you need to do those things. But in these other places, I don't want it. I want more equality. I want more like this, more what. So yeah, I get what you're saying, right? And I think there's a fine line that moves.
Which is frustrating at the end of the day.
It is.
Because that leads to the anger.
Yeah, I think the not that I'm an expert, but the healthiest air quote solution is just to establish then those roles very early in the relationship.
Yeah, but I
like
think,
I'll take care of these things if you take care of these things. Am I wrong?
I guess, yeah, if you're open about it.
Like
I think, and that's,
I'm very very much about the openness and like even if it is awkward and uncomfortable, like talk about it.
I get that. I like that. I like talking things through. I always want to talk things through. I never want to put things under the rug. Like, you know, it's not my vibe. I want to. I see life very simply, you know, and I don't want to live life choosing to live with this shadow, this like this smoke and mirrors type of thing.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather just not have someone in my life than live like that.
Yeah, I'm very similar. Very
So,
similar.
And it's like, you know, you only literally YOLO. You only live once. You know, I'm not gonna suffer in silence when I could just not do it. And you know, you can think of the effects afterwards, but it's a decision that you have to make, depending on what you want. And for me, I don't want to live like
Yeah,
that.
a big thing for me recently has become like just that communication, because it takes away so many problems if you just talk about it.
Yeah. If you just talk about it,
Yeah.
keep talking.
Yeah, and a lot of the time it's like I don't want them to like, I don't want them to think less of me or normally because I'm like a very introverted, like very in my own head person. It is 9 out of 10 times it's way worse in my head than it actually is.
Yeah.
And it's just like getting over yourself in
Yeah,
a sense.
getting over your own
Yeah,
thoughts.
like because you're there with this person and you're both trying to be happy with together or share in happiness.
All right, guys, let's jump onto a
But, yeah.
more interesting, debatable topic. Roommates and their partners moving in, unannounced, right? So if you're now staying with someone and their partner just moves in, right? So how do you feel, and do you think it's right? And how does it affect you and your own routine and comfortable vibe at home? And like, you know, if this person comes and they start eating your food, they use your electricity, they use your Wi-Fi, they use your water, are you gonna now tell your bra, like, listen, pay for your chick? Like, if it's your bra or if it's another, like, pay for your partner, you know?
I think that's probably the ultimate compromise.
But it's your space as well.
Yeah, it goes back to the communication. Like you need to speak to your roommate, flatmate, whatever. Like you have your personal space. You have your things, and when you're in your home, you in your most private times.
But
you know?
that's
and then
a
you don't
very-
want like you want to be happy for your friend or whatever, but you also need to set that boundary. I think you touched
But
on
the
boundaries.
communication thing is very perfect world type of thinking. Humans aren't like that. And like we actually spoke about earlier, they're not logical.
Yes.
You know, there's always logical ways to handle things. But if you're living with a bra and his girlfriend comes over, he's not going to say shit about asking you, can she stay over? It's going to be 1 day. It's going to be 2 days.
Yeah.
Then 2 weeks.
No, dude,
then
I've
3
lived it.
weeks.
No. I
And how did you feel about it?
agree with you.
And they didn't say shit to you. And they're not speaking about it because they think in their own head, oh, if he had a problem, he probably would have came to me.
It's a call. It's almost exactly like that.
Yeah.
Like it is 100% that.
So then how
it
would you
is-
handle
It
that?
just goes to the thing of
And you
something
don't
I
want to
need to
ruin the
do more
relationship
of.
with your bra.
yeah.
Because that's what's probably the biggest thing for you.
It is the making the grown-up decision, even though it's awkward, to like set your boundaries, to communicate. And I, like you said, it's not easy because most people aren't logical. A lot of the time, I'll be like, I'll just beat myself up about it and be like angry at myself for not saying anything.
But you.
But then if I
currently-
just mention something, they would be accommodating, obviously.
But you currently in the situation, right?
She doesn't live there, but she is there quite a bit.
I feel like if they come and they add, you know, if they move in and they add, you know, like if they had to take away from my living experience, then I would definitely not like it. But, you know, I'd probably make a comment like after 2 weeks or a week if they're there and they've been cleaning, they've been cooking for us, you know, they've been doing a whole bunch of stuff around the house that normally wouldn't get done or normally one of us, the other two people would do, right? So they're coming in and they're like pulling their weight and extra weight because it's not their place. You know? Then it's like, away, you know. I would then probably drop a comment in the kitchen. I like having you here, you know. But if you're in there taking shit away the whole time, you're making more of a mess, you're making more dishes, you're eating all the food, you're not really nice in the morning, you're not really a nice person to be around, then I'd probably bring it up. I'd probably bring it up and I'd be like, listen, I think you have to like pay for some of the shit. I'd probably do it like that. I wouldn't say like, I don't like your partner or something. I'd probably just say, yeah, listen, I think she must pay for electricity or pay for this or pay for that, just to kind of.
Or she must leave.
No, I wouldn't. I don't think I'd be able to say it like that. Like,
Yo, you need to have some fucking
I would
cojones
come in
to
I've
be
never been in
like-
that situation.
I would
so
come
I
in
don't-
with
I
the
don't
logic.
really
I
know
would come
how
in
I
with a
would react.
mathematical opinion, you know, like saying with a mathematical view on it, not my emotional like, oh, I don't like this person. I would just because that's a bit that's being a cunt. That's basically being a cunt. So fuck that. So I would rather just.
But are they
you know,
not being a cunt first?
If my friend doesn't notice, like if 2 weeks in the house is a fucking mess, right?
And he's blinded
and
by
I'm busy cleaning
love.
Nah, fuck that.
Yeah,
Then I'll bring it
love
up.
blinders are a thing, man. Like they don't notice other people around them.
They say love is
God
close
bless
to.
them.
The meaning of love is close to the meaning of insanity.
What is love is torturous or some shit? Love is there's a lot of love is whatever. We
Like you're
probably-
basically insane.
Probably. Like the thing is, I think it's just a depth of emotion, man. Where you're willing to do a lot, and you just like oversee.
It
An
is
insane
changing
emotion.
the way you think because you're not normally like you grow up and you kind of just selfish, like you only think about your needs. But then when you have a partner, it is what are their needs? How are they feeling? If you're a good partner, I mean,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a lot
yeah,
of
if you're-
people still just are selfish and they just see people or partners as how they can affect me. But in my opinion, a healthy partnership is like thinking of the other person as well.
Yeah, I think a healthy partnership or just healthy relationship is where you make each other better.
Yes.
You know, and I think one of the toughest things is to almost accept that if your partner had to leave you, how comfortable are you with them being with someone, you know, better than you? And how is that going to affect your
Yeah,
ego?
that's a tough one.
You see, so then I think for me that is
For
what
the
love
ego.
is. That's what love is like that unconditional, untransactional. Not
Yeah.
I do this for
It's-
you to get something out of you.
It's like how far would you go to keep this person in your life?
no, it's not that. It's not that.
It's definitely that.
It is, yeah. How far would you go? Like, what are you willing to do
Are
for
you
that
willing
person?
to? Are you willing to not see your friends? Are you willing to break off previous relationships with people to maintain this
No,
current relationship?
I don't think that's it.
I also don't
But what
agree with
happens
that.
if your partner asks that from you?
If it's healthy, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, if it's a bad relationship
Yeah.
and it was only affecting you negatively,
If it's healthy,
yes.
but I think,
But if you in love with this chick,
Yeah.
say that you in love with her, you've been with her for like 2 years now,
yeah,
and she starts making these moves where you have to now stop doing a certain part of life that you were doing before you got with her, are you willing to make that
you see, that's the thing. That's
sacrifice
when you might forget that you must not
because of
forget-
love?
You're also living your life for yourself. You know, I know people that are living their life for the relationship, right? And that's what you're saying. Is like my whole life is to maintain this relationship. No, it's not.
Yeah.
I personally have a bigger purpose, right? I have a partner, okay? But for me, my purpose, one of the bigger things is I want to be better at things I like. I want to be better at things that make me better.
So if
you know?
they're not doing
so if
that,
she's telling me, no,
would you
don't
not
go to
date
the,
them?
don't go to the gym, like, don't go to the gym because you're not spending time with me.
Yeah.
At some point after 2 years, right, if she starts doing that shit, you have to tell her, like, what are you trying to do to me? You know, and then you have to ask yourself, what does love mean to them? Does it mean that you just spend time with them? Is that why they love you? Or do they actually like you as a person? Right? Because I've had to ask myself this question is, in the past, I'd asked, when a person gets into a relationship, right, and they start changing you like this, they want more time, they want more what, and Carl, we was talking about this thing about your partner taking away your time, right? Because I'm a workaholic. I worked all the fucking time right now, but I have a partner. So I'm currently going through this, and it's like, how much do they take away from your time that you spent on other things that actually made them like you in the beginning, right? Like if I used to go to gym, if I used to work, if I used to read, if I used to da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and then those are all the things that actually got them interested in you, right?
Yeah.
Now, they're actually there just to take all of that other shit away so that you spend your time with them. And then that's why they apparently now like you.
Yeah, like I think a partner needs to enhance your lifestyle.
Make you better.
Yes.
And that's what, for me, love, right, is making a person better. Carl, I love you, right? I'm not here giving you all my time. We barely fucking see each other, right?
Yeah.
But I'm here trying to help you, like, correct, do better, make things better. Like, I'm telling you things that you might not want to hear, but it's things that you need to hear from another perspective, because it reinforces, re-encourages, and, you know, helps guide, helps show. And Carl does it the same with me, right? And I think that is a better indicator of loving someone, because you want better for them.
You want them to succeed. You want them to be their best selves.
Why does bad relationships happen then?
And people are scared to break up, man.
Yeah, they don't. A lot of people don't want to be alone.
Scared to break up, scared to confront it because of that, you know. And I think I am at times, you know, I am scared to confront these things, because you wonder how the other person is going to react and if they're going to see it the way you see it. Because even just, you might have the right feeling at heart, right? But the way you articulate it might fuck it all up, and you might not get the chance to explain yourself again.
Yeah.
So
that's why the communication thing doesn't happen.
Yes, exactly. And that is not a good and healthy relationship. That's why I say, for me.
So is that basically when you have to say, I need to get out?
Yeah, you need to accept it for yourself and then see the consequences thereof. But it's literally weigh up the options. I can either stay with this person, you know, hoping that it's going to get better, right, on its own without me addressing the situation, or I can go back to the bigger view on my life, which is
yourself.
Yeah, yourself. Who you spend time with, it's you. You need to be good to other people.
Yeah.
Right. So I think not forgetting that it's ultimately you that you must live for, and if you can make yourself better, you can help make your partner better, right? You can both be better. And I think
I agree with
that intention is love. You know, not the intention of spend time with me. Like, if you don't spend time with me, like, I can love people. I have friends in Namibia that I love so much, we barely fucking talk, right? But I want the best for them. I'm not here, they're with other friends, I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
But like, you want the best for them, because that is what love is, I think. And that's a non-transactional. It's not, I do this for you, you do this for me kind of a thing. It's, I do this for you because I want to do it for you. Full stop. Done. It's not a transaction. So that's my view on this one.
Yeah, a lot of people get stuck in that transactional mindset of relationship, and it's not healthy.
Yeah, I think it can become very unhealthy. I think there is a good level of it to have, like, you know, I mustn't just.
It's balance. Yeah, it's a balancing act.
Don't take things for
Anything.
granted.
Life is fucking balance.
So much balance. All right, guys. An interesting topic. Carl, I want to hear your opinion on this one. Weed and developing anxiety after smoking for a bit long.
Ooh, yeah. There's this one. I kind of have a story about this.
All right.
We were starting to speak about this the other day. Sorry if this story is a bit self-masturbatory, but I feel it just paints the picture a bit better. So a couple of weeks ago, a couple of friends and I we went to this farm guest house thing, and obviously drinking, smoking, all those fun things. And then my one friend, she made edibles, but she showed me this syringe, right? I was told this was purely weed, like it was some weed extract or whatever, but in the syringe, it was this dark green, almost black liquid.
Yeah, it's oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's oil. It's oil.
Yeah, but I don't know how much she put in those things, because you put it in the butter, right? The oil, and then you make normal like cookies with that.
Yeah.
Cookies or whatever you make.
It becomes can butter.
Yeah.
Shit tastes so good. My problem was that one, these cookies were too good. They just tasted so nice. So I think I ate too many at one stage, and
that's common with edibles. Come on, everyone's done that.
It's good. Like,
Everyone's
if I
done
can't
that.
even taste the weed in it, I'm like munching. Because especially if I get
That's the
I
thing,
get
yeah.
snackish. Like I
Okay,
think
but
most
now how
people
did
do.
this develop into anxiety or what?
So we're sitting there by the fire, and it instantly just triggered. I'm like vibing, and then I just see a bucky come, like drive past
Yeah.
us. Like it's darkness, and I just
Yeah.
see the two headlights, and and I immediately just started stressing, like, who is this? What is it? Am I gonna get killed? What is
Yeah.
that? Because we're like in a rural area, like
But do you
we'll
think that's
never find my body.
Now, don't you think that's more related to paranoia?
It
while you're
was.
high?
But there's just this thing of I've never felt that. And then going back to bed that evening, I was struggling with a fucking light switch, and I got this warm glow in my chest, like in bed, and it went all the way up to my face, and like at stages I couldn't feel parts of my body, and I genuinely thought, like, this is it. I'm like
What the hell?
ODing.
Jesus Christ.
Like
no,
if
fuck.
at stages
man.
was like, if I fall asleep now, I'm not waking up.
Yeah, nah,
And
man.
I was gawking myself.
That must just be paranoia, bro.
Yeah,
That's
it
really
was.
paranoia.
That's
It was.
crazy.
I've never had that feeling before. So yeah, it was
So
just
that's
like
interesting.
just my worst high in terms of weed, and yeah, I didn't even know that because I turned 26. Well, I've been 26 for a bit now, and it's just like we were speaking about it. Like maybe it's an age thing. I don't know if you guys have
That's
had
interesting.
similar
That's a bad
experiences.
trip, you know? No, not like that. I don't really bad trip at all. Definitely not with weed. No.
But what have your experiences been?
No, look. The thing is, I've smoked for a long time, and very consistently as well. So to say that, like, I'm gonna have one isolated experience, I can't really pull that out of anywhere in my memory. I have smoked for, like I said, a very long time, and I think my reference is more to like the slow development of anxiety for consistent smokers. You know, like daily smokers.
Yeah.
And then at like over a few weeks, it sort of turns into this thing where you smoke a bit less. And then the times you do smoke, which would normally be part of your routine, it doesn't feel the same. You know, it doesn't feel how you remember it feeling. It doesn't bring you the same calmness or the same state of mind that you used to once have. So I think that...
Is it like you've had a tolerance and now you're like...
I think that's definitely what happened to me.
Yeah.
Well, what is happening to me. And I think it was... The thing is, like, at the start of the year, even when we went to Joburg to shoot Grilled and stuff, and we were smoking there, I was smoking fine.
Yeah.
Feeling fine, and I wanted to smoke. And if I can relate it to time, it definitely happened in the middle of the year when the whole go binge restructuring was happening.
Yeah.
And then
I think I remember that.
we were
man.
put into our new roles. And
Yes, I remember, yeah.
everything just got a lot bigger for us, for our careers.
Yeah.
Opportunities, responsibility, it all became bigger. And for me, it was like, is this still going to work for me in this new role?
And you see, this is the thing, is like, I think when you're younger and when you're chilled, right, when you're high and your thoughts wander, they wander to things that don't add as much pressure. You know, like, because there isn't really much pressure. You start, like, and
No,
I mean
you're right.
pressure
No,
in terms
like-
of money,
Yeah.
career, future, stability, that grown-up shit, right? And I think when you're 23, 24, that shit starts to kind of end. You know, that freedom
Yeah.
of just being able to be high and sit
Being a
and-
kid.
Yeah, and like being relaxed with your thoughts, because your thoughts can sort of be pleasant. You're not wondering, where's the food coming tomorrow? What am I doing next month? What do I need to do today? To, you know, the most you like stress about is school.
Yeah.
And I mean, you do that for a few hours a day, right? So now with
And I think also just the fear of failure
Yes.
at this level.
exactly.
Studying is one thing, you know, failing there is not great as well, but it's a different failure compared to being in a career where you have a good opportunity to make something big of yourself. And to fuck that up is fucking scary. It's like fucking scary. So for me it was like, when I was smoking weed, I was not feeling what I've been feeling for years since high school.
Yeah.
And that feeling was not pleasant. It really wasn't pleasant. And I spoke to a few people that was stoners when they were younger, and they out of it now. And what they were feeling, what made them stop, was making my fucking apologies. It was what I was feeling.
You see, and I've had other friends that have gone through this. I have 2 other friends that have gone through the same experience, and it's from developing the sense of anxiety,
And it's anxiety. I even spoke to my doctor about it.
Yeah, I think it happens, again, it all happened sort of, all these guys within the same sort of 3 years, 24, 5, and 6, where they felt like it wasn't giving them the same sensation that they had in the past. And I think it happens with age. I also know that at that time your brain is also developing to a final stage. So it might be with that, the hormones and all of that. But I really believe it's environment, pressure.
The stress.
Yes, yeah.
So is it more of the weed isn't doing more, but my stress level is going higher.
I think you're not feeling that. When you were younger and you smoked a blunt and you got really high and you enjoyed it. It's not that feeling. It's this feeling of I don't feel well.
You see, and maybe and you know what? Maybe
I don't feel good. I want to get out of this.
Maybe there's because of the time to chill. Think about this. Like, imagine when you're younger, right? When you finish class, you actually chilling, right?
Gang time.
Yeah, you're chilling. But when you're working, like with what Carl and I do, right? Even though we might not be in the office, our job doesn't end here. Like, you're literally at home thinking about what the fuck's going on. Like, you're literally just thinking about it non-stop. So I think with weed, when you're younger, because when you smoke, you think, right? You can sit and think. Like, I listen to music all fucking day, right? But when you smoke, you think. And if you're not listening to music like I do, or write,
all
or
that is
working,
in your
editing,
thoughts of work and pressure things,
you see, so then
it amplifies that.
Yeah. So now you already have a lot to think about, right? And then you go home, then you smoke a blunt. Now it still comes with that. That's why I think your experience is more related to paranoia and a bad trip, not necessarily the slow development of that.
Yeah, because I don't
feeling.
smoke that often. It was just that once. Like, it put me off it even for longer because I just didn't want to.
Very interesting.
But yeah, it's interesting to hear your experiences with it.
I'm sure this conversation will continue, guys.
To be honest, it's shit.
It is.
I wish it never happened.
It is kind of shit, but I think it happens different for everyone, and I don't think it happens to everyone. I think
no, it definitely doesn't.
Some people might pick up smoking at this stage. I know people that are smoking that are very old, and that have been smoking for a very long time. But yeah, I think it's different for everyone. Honestly, I really think it is different for everyone. But I thank both of you for sharing your experiences today on the Rented Podcast. Guys, this is episode 3. We didn't even start off with compliments. So why don't we do one episode compliments, one episode, insults. So compliments for today, guys. Everyone share one compliment about the other person.
There are 2 people in front of me, so now I have to make up 2 compliments.
Right, I'll go first. Jurgen, I like your trim on the beard.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I think I did notice you trimmed it lekker.
Thank you.
So looks pretty proper. Carl, I want to say thank you for being a good sport today and this week. It's been a rough week, and I know that you're dealing with a lot of pressure and literally what we're speaking about now with the weed and stuff. So I just want to thank you for actually keeping your head down and staying focused and not letting it get to you.
I love it though.
So yeah, appreciate both of you guys. Jurgen, you're looking sexy. Carl,
I want to add to what Louis just said, Carl. Like, being back at the office, I had no concept of how hard you work daily. So just being on it, being grinding, all that cuck, very impressive.
No way.
It motivates me to pull up my socks and like get my cuck together. Louis, barring when this podcast comes out, I have like a previs of the next Rented vlog. That thing was dope.
Oh yeah, guys, that's coming out this weekend.
That edit was very good.
Today,
I'm very excited for people to see it. It was very good job. Well done.
Blessings. Thank you. Carl, do you want to say anything?
Yeah, Jurgens, I really like your t-shirt, your shirt that you're wearing.
It's fucking dope, right?
You guys are complimenting my appearance today, and I'm like,
really dope,
I like you as people, and I like your skills.
No,
but
to be honest, I was actually told last week that I actually lack drip.
Thank you.
So
thank you.
And it's something now I'm being more aware of with myself and other people. So when you came in with that shirt, I was like,
No, I noticed the trim because Carl's is shit, and I haven't had one in a while. I'm kind of jealous.
No, I'm seeing my
Mine's just a bit out.
I'm seeing my lady this weekend, so I needed to look fresh.
Oh, you see? So yeah. Like
I'm going to the hairdresser tomorrow for the party anyway.
Yeah, no, I'm probably not. My hair
up.
looks like shit. My beard looks like shit. I'll probably just try to trim it at home, line it up, some simple talk. But yeah, Carl, okay, my compliment?
We just want to thank you for...
Like, just sidebar, how often do you guys say nice cuck to each other?
Very little.
Not often. I prefer.
No,
I
I
prefer
see.
just to swear him
I think
out.
it's healthy.
I say it to
think
Carl,
it's healthy.
though. I
Like
say
you
it to
guys,
Carl,
you work
though.
so closely together.
Louis knows that when I
need-
swear him, I just mean love. So I'm just gonna say fuck you.
Oh, yeah.
And end it
Now,
like
listen,
that.
that's kind of ruthless. The fans out there, you'll know what this
Yeah.
is. I've always believed Carl is a true villain at heart. Just by that. But we'll touch on this later.
I feel
again.
better just saying fuck you, Louis. So yeah.
All right, well, fuck you too.
Nah,
Anyways,
fuck,
guys.
fuck both of you guys. Actually,
Oh,
I
wow,
take
thanks.
everything back.
I love all of you at home. I love all of you listening to this, wherever the fuck you are. Thank you very much for tuning into the Rented podcast. Carl, thank you. Jurgens, thank
All
you.
my haters can kiss my
Salute.
This is
ass.
episode
Oh
2.
wow.
What?
Nothing.
All right. Guys, bye-bye. Much love.